goat trail.
Yeah.
This section over here by this Tucker's is getting pretty hairy too.
Yeah.
That's getting pretty bad.
I saw them patching it a little bit the other day.
Yeah, I don't know if he went and got his own stuff or what, 'cause that wasn't us, was it?
Where's that?
The section right over here, the next street over from Town Shop, that small section by Mr. George's old
By
house.
that old
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
building.
that one's
okay.
pretty sad shape. That one, we could really almost at least do something on our end, 'cause it's getting pretty deep.
It's getting, yeah, it's gotten bad. And hopefully we can get some cold mix and
Right.
start filling up some of the tunnels.
Okay, so that was just informational.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Mayor and the council. You guys have anything that you'd like to discuss, or?
I'd just like to say thanks for these two for donating their time and welcome aboard to the new members coming in, I guess.
I would like to thank him. It's been very good having him at these meetings and giving us insight and help. Greatly appreciated.
So now we can fill your time with committee work and all sorts of fun stuff.
I would like to let everybody know here, I've been going to the Conservation District meetings. We're still working on the hardening of the river from the river bridge up to Magdalena's. They've pretty much come up with a final plan. I was hoping that we would have a copy of it here tonight, but they have not been able to send a copy of that yet. But the engineers out of Bozeman haven't worked out. It's about an $800,000 project. The county, we're looking at to match with, with them. So it's their project, basically, and we'll help wherever we can. But I was at a meeting a couple days ago over there, and everything's going forward with it. So if you guys would like to get a plan, hopefully I'll get some of them and get them passed around. There was a set of the old plans that they had, which are similar, in the clerk's office. I don't know if they're still there or not, but it's going to be a similar type project. Use existing material in the river, build the bank back, raise it up, and bring in, the county was estimating 30 days of hauling riprap in to use that to harden it with.
Short up.
To shore it up, yeah. And then they'll haul in material, dirt, for over top of the rocks and plant willows and trees and stuff in it. It's gonna be a pretty nice project for the stuff. So, but as with working with any government agency, at any minute they can pull a plug and we're done.
Yeah.
Scott Blaine, I've been working with him, and he's the one that's been pushing this, and it worked very well. Been really good to help us with that. Okay, next on the list is public comment. And if we have anybody that wishes to get up and say something as far as public comment, you will have 30 seconds.
30 seconds?
I'm sorry, 3 minutes.
Thank you.
But you'll need to get up and stand at the podium.
All right.
You know how to stand at the podium?
The podium, yeah.
You know how to stand at it?
Yes. If you would stand behind the podium.
Yeah. Okay, I can do that.
I believe she was before you.
I think so. And I'll be real quick.
Yeah, just, come on.
Mine is real simple, and I
Go
know these
ahead.
guys will fix it, and just like that.
Oh, yeah.
I have faith in all of them. Hi, if anybody doesn't know me, I'm Nikki, and I'm representing the Fromberg Improvement Committee this evening. And my problem is that at the June 13th meeting, the improvement committee was on the agenda about playground equipment. And we asked to put in 2 spring riders and a message board. It was motioned and voted on that we be allowed to do that.
Yeah.
However, somehow or another, when the minutes came out, it just said next were the improvement committee, Tammy Taylor asking to put in the spring thingies. They give you limits and we have room for 2, and requested a message board. Then nothing about the motion or the vote or anything like that. Now, we have purchased the spring riders, and we really are anxious to put those in and improve our park with them, but we need the council to officially give us permission to put these things in the town's park. So if you guys would either be willing to, 1, correct the minutes from the 13th, or have a new vote tonight allowing us to do this, to go in tonight's minutes, we would be eternally grateful.
Well, I was gonna
And that's
say,
all I have.
If we approved it, we can't vote on it tonight and revote, because it's not on the agenda.
Right.
But we already
But-
approved it, so I'd say we rectified minutes off of notes.
I would,
Just-
yeah, do it.
Make a motion, Nate.
Yeah, I move we rectify the minutes, because obviously we can't vote on something
Right.
that's not on today's agenda, but I know for a fact, I remember the
Yes,
approval on it when they
we
brought it
did.
up, so.
And I'll second that motion.
We have a motion and a second to change the minutes of the June 13th to allow them to have permission to put in their
I would say amend,
amend,
yes.
to amend it. Okay.
For that project to go forward, does that have to be inspected? What they wanna do, put it in certain areas?
No, it's just a bouncy toy.
They I think they've already looked at where they were gonna put it.
Oh,
If I
okay.
remember right, that was already put.
Yeah, and they're the ones that have already laid the overhang awning in the park. They're the ones that oversaw that, the flower bed, so they're the ones that have been. had their hands
Right
on
over
that.
here.
Yeah, they,
So, yeah, they're pretty savvy.
Oh,
sure they're gonna put it where it's gonna be most beneficial.
okay.
So, yeah, okay, not a problem. So that has been voted on and second, everybody approved?
Aye.
We haven't voted yet, but
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Next,
And there's Erwin Sankey, 219 School Street. I sit here and watched you, Lacey, give the oath that you all would uphold the Constitution of the United States. By you sitting up there and telling us we cannot publicly comment while you're having the meeting, you are infringing on everyone's First Amendment rights. We have free speech still, I believe. You know, this control issue is not supposed to go on in these meetings. We should be allowed to comment on any of the issues that you guys are talking about. That is our privilege, our First Amendment right. Thank you.
okay, thank you for your comment. You'll have to please come up and introduce yourself.
I'm Milton Kirtley, and of course I agree with him. There's been a tendency to eliminate public participation on many levels for many years now. No zoning committee, you brought it up here, but you've refused to have a zoning committee for years. Now, are you gonna handpick these people, or are you gonna open it up for all members of the town? Or are you gonna control that too? It should be open for everybody. And it is according to the ordinances. Also, we also need to have an ordinance committee. That one has to be approved by you. We should have an ordinance committee and not just have you send it to the lawyer, he rewrites everything, you guys approve it and don't let us have any input. And then you throw it down our throats. That's wrong. Period. If you're gonna change the ordinances, they need to be changed 2 or 3 at a time and that have all the public participation that we need. Okay? That's how we have constitutional rights. You're taking them away from us and it's wrong. Now, as far as the last meeting we had, Tammy Taylor had a lot of things to say, and she was totally misquoted on probably every point. And yet you guys approved those minutes. That's disgusting. That's unheard of. Also, don't send the sheriff after Marge just because she says something in a meeting you don't like. That's wrong, and you did do that. There's a lot of unaccounted for money in this town. We don't have a budget yet. You need to tell us where this goes. You're accountable. That's our taxpayer money. You answered us. And by the way, this whole setup right here, it's a blatant misrepresentation of what actually is facts. Number one is, you are answerable to the council, not them to you. Okay? And they are answerable to the public. You've got this all backwards. This whole setup is disgusting. And it's unconstitutional. It could easily be challenged. It's absolutely disgusting. I would expect that you guys to start having a little respect for the public and actually tell the truth on what's going on instead of playing these foolish games. Thank you.
Thank you for your comment. Anybody else have any comments?
Jerry Hall, I'd like to know what became of the ordinance on the trailers that we were supposed, you said that people could live in their own trailer, camp trailers on their own land. You said that like 3 months ago, Tim?
Yes.
And it's supposed to be checked
Can't
into?
find an ordinance that says it can't.
So if I have people coming, I could put my fifth wheel on my property and rent it to them.
And you would probably end up having to also pay an extra water bill and sewer bill.
Well, then maybe I could just let them stay there and not rent it to them. Okay, and another thing, why don't we have a flag out here? We've always had a flag out here. When Brenda was there, she put a flag up every day. Now we never have one. We don't have one or what?
Don't we have one?
Huh?
Montana.
I mean, we're veterans. Let's put a flag out there for crying out loud.
No, thank you for your comment.
Yeah.
Put a light on it and let it fly all night.
That's not supposed to fly like that.
It can if it's lit.
It can.
Yes.
Yep. Has to be lit.
It has to be lit.
We don't have to leave it up all night, put
Right.
it up and take it down.
Yeah, that's what she did.
Yeah.
Post office does that,
Yeah.
takes it down for the night.
Yep. Okay, we have, go ahead.
Tammy Taylor, and I am pretty upset about this no public comment, and here's why. It is part of the constitutional rights that the public comments on items. Had this been the decision prior to this meeting, and it been posted that there was no public comment, and you could reach your council members to make a comment, you have violated everybody's constitutional rights by this action. I have been to board meetings where, yes, we are not going to take public comment on every little single deal down the list, but you may stand up at the beginning of the meeting and state your comments on items on the agenda. That is how government works. It does not work by shutting us down. And by not allowing public comment, Tim, it could be a challenge for recall.
If I may, you folks have the opportunity now to make comments,
Yes.
so what you're saying, do you need it during the meeting or after?
Well,
We do
if it's
have-
items on the agenda, the public cannot voice their opinion, and you are supposed to represent the public of the town. So they need to have an
Well, that's-
opportunity to voice their opinion.
Okay, thank you. Introduce yourself.
Mike Bentley. It's all the same thing. You guys used to allow public comment, you used to be able to answer us, which was kind of nice. If you had an issue, you could bring it up, you guys would answer us. But that's neither here nor there. The clerk's wages, I mean, I spoke out of turn. I apologize for that. You did say there was no public commenting. But raises are given out once a year. She was hired on in April, you gave her a raise in June. Most of the raises in government employees are cost of living raise. $1.50, a little over cost of living raise. You can shrug your shoulders to them all you want. I went through this. You were on the council when I was on this. Because they went to give me a 5% raise, and you and Shirley Miller voted it down to a 2.5% raise. So I know all about that. And I don't have a problem if she's doing the job, like what Nate was saying too, if she's doing the job, I don't have a problem with that. But I do have a problem with, you guys are breaching a contract already, and that's with the fire department. You have not paid the fire department. That was supposed to be paid in March. Both the Relief Association, which has to be filed with the state, which was filed with the state auditor already, that you have not paid that. And you have not paid the rural fire department for the mill levy dues.
Make sure that that's on the next agenda,
Okay.
and then we'll discuss it.
Do you have an idea what the backlog is?
Your annual contract, well, depending on your mills, if you go off of last year's mills, it was $7,500.
However, we'll have to,
Rough estimate?
we'll have to wait until the next, so it's on the agenda.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
But there's a reason, so we'll just cover it then. Thank you, Mike. It does need to be on the agenda though. Okay. Now that everybody out there has pretty much had a chance, anybody else? Okay. Next meeting will be
January 8th.
January 8th.
And I move we adjourn.
And I'll second it.
We have a motion and a second to adjourn, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we're adjourned. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Want to answer?